Today, I'm going to be sharing a gem of a recipe for you for all of my breakfast people out there who love your pancakes. This is Grandma's home-style, fluffy pancake recipe. Not only is it much healthier, but it is simple ingredients, and most importantly,
it's easy to make.
Let's do it. And ladies and gents, I am personally not much of a breakfast person. I usually fast during the day, but when I do love me some pancakes. And I got my taste tester here who loves this recipe. Is that true?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so she's gonna be giving us the full review on how these taste. So let's jump right into how easy this is. The first thing we have here, of course, is about 2 cups of buttermilk. I'm using self-rising flour. Self-rising flour has the rising agents and stuff in, so you don't need your extra baking soda or baking powder. You need your 2 eggs. Of course, you're gonna fold in some melted butter, about 2 tablespoons, some sugar, and cinnamon, which is optional for you, but you don't need that to be fluffy. Teaspoon of kosher salt, and last,
you need some more butter because butter makes everything better.
100%, she stole my line. Butter does make everything better, so you can use some extra in case you put that in the pan, although we're gonna be cooking our pancakes with a little avocado oil. All right, you get your 2 bowls like this. Why, Michaela? Because in the first bowl, what are we gonna put?
Dry ingredients.
Put your dry ingredients. We can drop those in there like so. And your dry ingredients are gonna consist of your flour. Remember, I'm using self-rising flour. We're gonna do a little bit of sugar. And of course, you got your kosher salt right there, right? There you go. Now you're gonna put those in the bowl, and in your second bowl, this is where you're gonna add your wet ingredients, as we mentioned. But what we're gonna do first is get this egg. There you go. Beat those eggs up. You pour those in the bowl. Now once you get the egg beat it up and pour it in, now you're gonna put in your buttermilk. And you whisk that in. There you go. So you got that egg and you got that buttermilk mixed together, and Michaela is taking the dry ingredients and mixing those together. So don't forget, you got your flour, you got your sugar, and of course you got your salt. The only thing that would be different, of course, is if you're using all-purpose flour and you add the baking soda and the baking powder, of course, to it. But that's why you like using self-rising. It's simple. You don't need to go through all those other ingredients. All right, Michaela, you think the dry is mixed up nice?
Yep.
All right, so she got the dry mixed up, and now, very simple. We take the wet batter and we pour the wet batter into the dry batter. Now I almost forgot, of course, I like a little cinnamon, so this is where I'm gonna throw a little bit of cinnamon into my mix. You do not have to do that if you don't prefer, but I personally like that, and I believe Michaela likes it too. Is that right, Michaela?
Yes, I did.
All right, so she mixed that in, and now the wet goes into the dry, just like this. Now here's the key. You do not want to over mix this. You want to just turn this a little bit, and you want to leave some of the clumps in there. You don't want this to be too smooth of a consistency, because when the heat hits it, it'll fluff up and be very nice. Most people think that the batter has to be super smooth, but it does not. What you think? You think we're almost there?
Yes.
We got some nice clumps. Let's see. There we go. Doesn't that smell good?
It smells like heaven.
It smells like heaven. All right, now you got the final step for the batter, and what is that, Michaela?
Pour in the melted butter.
Pour in the melted butter, and when you pour it in, you want to fold it in. Go ahead and pour a little bit in there. You just want to fold it in. There you go. You don't want to mix it.
No more?
Pour some more in there, exactly.
No more?
Yep, keep pouring it. I got it. You just want to fold it in like that. That's all you need to do. At least that's what Grandma said do. And I believe Grandma knew what she was doing, okay? All right, we fold that in just like that, Michaela, and I believe that we are done. Now, if you have a favorite recipe of your grandmother, we would love to hear about it. So put it down in the comments section and let us know what it is. Or if this recipe is similar to what you remember from your grandmother or a loved one, let us know. We'd love to hear that as well. All right, you got your fire on, get the pan. You want to throw a little bit of oil in that pan. And as you see, I lost my helper for a little bit. She had to run out. She'll be back to taste test. I'm using avocado oil. Feel free to use whatever you like. Let that heat up, not too much. Swish that around the pan. You want to use about 1/3 cup. Drop that right in. Get another 1/3. Drop that right in as well. I like to use my spatula to kind of shape my pancakes to however you like them. All right, so after about 2 minutes, you want to flip those over and give it about another minute and a half on the next. And you can see they're already nice and fluffy. If you look at the sides, beautiful. And of course, we throw a little piece of butter in, like so. Give some extra flavor on the bottom, which is never a bad thing. And as you see, those pancakes are fluffed up nice. Look at that. Both of them, really nice. And flip that over again. I love it when they're nice and golden brown and not too burnt and cooked on the bottom. All right, now we put them here. And then what we're gonna do is we're pretty much just gonna repeat the process, do the rest of them that's here. If your pan gets a little hot, cut it down, redo it. And there you go. These are going to be really delicious when we're done at the end. And one other thing I meant to mention, so traditionally when you make those really thin pancakes, you get the bubbles and stuff across the top surface of the pancake. With these fluffy pancakes, I want to turn them before it starts to bubble too much. That way you don't cook it too much at the bottom. So if you look right here, you got a few bubbles but not enough. That way when you turn it, it's that nice golden brown color. Everything sticks together. The batter doesn't splatter all over the pan. And they're pretty uniform and they look really, really, really good. So basically, you do not have to wait till it bubbles because these are gonna fluff up and be really nice. You can always return it just to make sure it's done or pierce the inside to make sure it's cooked all the way through. Okay. There we go. All right, we got our last two. Look at that. And of course the last one. And as I said, when you do that method, all of them are pretty much uniform, right? Looks almost too good to be true. Look at that. Just like that. And now, most important part is once you get all of these together, you want to decorate it. So I have a simple way that I like to decorate it and serve it, and I'm going to share it with you as well. Okay, now you got, now you come back because you're ready to eat, right? Okay, so now you got this, your plate ready, you're ready to go. And Michaela, you want to help me decorate it? Because this is what you actually love. So for Michaela's side, this is how I prepare them for her. So she's probably an expert at this part. What do you think?
Yes.
All right, let's see here. And a little bit of strawberries too.
Can I put them?
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's see. Let's show them how we're gonna do it. We just put 2 bananas there. You don't need much more than that, right? What else you want? You want some of these around the...
Yeah.
Here, go ahead, put them on the side. These, and what do you think? Right there?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I kind of do this for my daughter every time, or if we have guests over, all her friends, when they come over, even my friends, adult, they love it because, you know, most people, as I always say, we eat with our eyes. You want this one here? All right. You just want to eat one? Yeah, go ahead. I know that's what you want to do. I know that's the real reason she want to do it. Okay, so however you decide to do this is totally fine. I throw maybe 1 blackberry on top. What do you think? Blueberry. That's good enough? Blueberry, sorry. There you go, she keeps me honest. Now what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of powdered sugar, throw it around, as so, just like that. And of course, the last thing, Michaela, is what? A little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of drip. So let's see here. All right, let's see. Drip it over. There you go. I think this is fit for me.
Me.
You?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for watching. Michaela's going to eat it. We're going to test this to see how this turns out. Let's get a nice fork. As promised, they're super fluffy. Cut through this like this. Like this. Oh my goodness. Like cake. Roll this around. There you go. Taste tester on deck. Ready? Is it good? Is it good? There you go. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make these fluffy come here. Make these fluffy pancakes. It is a treat, especially with everything going on out there. Food is not always what we hope it could be. So if we can find a healthier version that actually tastes better at the same time and makes the kids happy, we're all for it, right?
Yes.
Want to tell everybody bye-bye?
Bye.
Have a good one. Is it good?
You're underreacting.
I'm underreacting. You still recording?